I've always wanted a camping Dutch oven, and this is an Overmont Dutch oven. Let's have a look. Well, as I said in the intro, I've always wanted a Dutch oven, and I found this one online for about £50 in the United Kingdom. Costs a little bit more to bring here. The reason why I thought about this was that I quite like doing slow cooks. Great, throw a load of stuff in a pot and just let it just slowly cook. And why not do this when we're out in the bush, when we're camping? The great thing about this is you can have a nice little campfire going, shove this there and throw a whole load of ash on top of it, or coals on top, and it should work quite nicely. So I've never had one before. I want to see what it's like. So I've got here a whole load of vegetables and things like that. I'm going to make a little sausage casserole. Let's just have a little look inside. It comes with this little helpful thing which you can also hook on and carry somewhere. You have a look inside. It's pretty good size inside, and you can see here that the lid is quite substantial as well. So I'm going to prepare all of this. It's a very simple recipe. I basically get sausages, onions, leeks, any other kind of vegetable. I throw it all into the pot. I don't even sear it or anything like that. I just let the heat infuse all of its goodness in there. I've even got a little bit of chili. I'm going to actually use my combless titanium bush knife, so to show you that you can do it easily wherever you are. So let's get to it. Let's make a sausage casserole in the Overmont. This knife is very, very sharp. So onions go in first. I usually put the onions on the bottom because it just keeps the meat elevated. So if the bottom gets really hot, you're not in theory burning anything. So onions going in, very simple, which is good. Then I have got here some zucchini, or what they properly should be called, courgette. So I'm going to cut those. Flies are terrible here. If you do a good enough job here, this should feed, I reckon, between, well, about 4 people, I reckon. Nice courgettes, nice in the bottom there, like so. Leek, everyone's got to have a bit of leek. Now, of course, this is not a cooking knife, but I always do advocate, always have your knives sharp. A sharp knife is a safe knife, ironically. This is a very sharp knife, which makes life a lot easier. In there, so you've got a nice little base. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some mushrooms. My daughter doesn't like mushrooms, but she can pick these out the way.
No! Putting mushrooms in?
Yep, putting mushrooms in.
No!
Deal with it, daughter. And the great thing about this is that it's a very simple recipe. And actually, because they're sausages, they don't need a huge amount of time to cook, but the longer you cook it, obviously the better. Let's only get some more of that. There we go. The better the tastes infuse into the sausages. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the sausages in. There are flies hanging around all over the place. And I'm just going to pop those straight in like that. People go, well, you should fry them first. Well, yeah, it does give a little bit of colour onto the thingies, but if you're in the bush and you just want a nice easy cook, or camping, just throw them in like so. What do you call this thing?
I don't know. Papaya?
No, it's not papaya. It does look like papaya, doesn't it? No, it's got a name, and I've completely had a mental blank.
Carrot?
No, it's not a carrot. I'm going to square these up. I can't believe I've forgotten the name of this vegetable. How unbelievably...
I'll search up. Weird orange fruit.
It's not a fruit though, Charlotte. It's a... I don't know what it is. I should know. Butternut squash. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot that. Just a bit of seasoning. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of seasoning. Oh my goodness. Alrighty.
What have you done now?
The tropical heat thing exploded. I can't believe that. Oh my goodness. Well, that is going to be a very salty dish. Not too bad. Okay, right.
Oh my god.
I know. It's going to be a very, very salty dish. Can't believe that. Okay. And a bit of pepper. Let's hopefully this doesn't do the same thing. Right. As you can see, I'm not Gordon Ramsay. Right, that's not going to explode. Nice pepper. Everyone loves pepper. Now, I actually did find some, and then tinned tomatoes on top. One, albeit quite salty. Second one, in we go. Charlotte, do me a favour. Just put a little bit of water in there for us, would you? Half a tin of water. Swirl that around, get all the tomato juice off. Transfer over here, get all the tomato juice off. There we go. Pour that in. Good, and we're good to go. Now I might put a little bit of seasoning in that a little later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light a fire now. Put the lid on that so the flies can't get in it. If the flies get in that, there's something wrong. Let's light a fire and let's ovenate this. So normally I would have a little campfire on the ground, but because we are staying at a place called or beach cottages, understandably they don't want fire pits all over the place, so I have found an old barbecue. So I'm going to try and create a fairly reasonable fire on top of that, spread the ashes out if I can without them all falling onto the ground, and then we'll see if we can get a roast or a boil with that. It doesn't have to be hot, just want it cooking for about an hour. So I'm just going to prepare a quick fire and get it going. Okay, so it's done, and here it is. Whew. Quite pleased with the end result. It's come out quite nice juicy sausages. There's a nice rich red sauce. Added a little extra curry powder and beef cubes, and just added a little water every now and then because the heat was a bit too intense for it. But I think the outcome is going to be quite pleasant. I suppose the proof is in the pudding. So I'm going to enjoy a beer with the family. And, well, this is the Overmont Dutch oven, campfire oven. If you have been watching, thanks very much. Please rate and subscribe, do all of the things that YouTubers do. And, well, I'll catch you in the next video.